It's a beautiful day and we're off again to the cabin. And just before I go on this bush trail, I was checking my load. I got a pretty big load. I finally got all the siding for the cabin, and now you get to see what color it's going to be. Beautiful day. I did a reno for somebody and he had a whole pile of siding, and that was the deal. But look at that, nice day, hardly any wind. I left pretty early here, but as you can see, I'm pulling 2 sleighs, and there you go, cabin's gonna be red. So I got I believe I do have everything here for the cabin. He still has quite a bit of red siding, but I think I have as much as I need, and if I need some more, well, I'll get a few more pieces from him. Well, I've been here for about a half an hour. It only took me an extra half hour to get here, and I was very impressed with the trail coming from South Knife to here. I didn't drag everything, basically none of it, just the bush and some really bad spots with the tire drag, flipping it over, that is, and dragging it with the angle iron that I cut the teeth into. So, because it was just too much of a load last time, and it was putting a lot of stress on my machine, and you know, pulling all that stuff. And this time too, I decided to leave my drag on the other side of South Knife where it is. It's right at the main trail, and I said I tried it for about 500 yards just to try it, and I said no, it's I can really feel it, even though it's just pulling the tires, and I got enough on my machine, and I don't want to put too much stress on it. That's enough. This is probably my last big load that I'm ever going to pull like this. It's not that bad, but it's hard on the suspension, you know, and it's hard on the motor, and so I don't want to be doing too many of those, that's for sure. Coming up to 1 degree. So I got the generator up here, as you can see. I think I know what's wrong with it. I didn't realize there was 2 parts to the spark arrestor. And I was watching some guy doing maintenance on it, and then he pulled the spark arrestor off. I went, yeah, I did that. And then he goes, oh, then you got to get the second one. I went, what? Oh, I bet you if I pull this out right now, it'll be black. Yeah, there's something there. Ah, look at that. It's freaking, oh my God. You can't even see through it. Nope. There you go. So that's my fault. I didn't realize there was 2 pieces to it. Jeez. Oh, well, never learn, eh? I better get my stuff out of the cooler. And man, is it beautiful out there. It is. Let me see. Looks like -3. It's crazy. I got some burgers. I just bought 2 of them, like for some quick lunches, and I'm going to make one right now. I was going to barbecue it, but I'll throw it on here because I want to get outside and get that siding off. There was none of this in town, can you believe it? I got that roll from my cabin, that partial roll from a friend, and another guy had more. He said if you need more, he has a roll. So I was going to cut an access hole on the far side to get underneath the house. It doesn't make much sense to get in over there because there's nothing happening over there. You know what I'll do is I'll run the conduit now. I'll lay it on the ground here. I'll dig it out with the hammer, and that'll be good enough. By the time I'm gone, it'll fall and go to the ground, and I can get it out later. Might as well. Now let's get the ladder. So the conduit's all hooked up, the wires in it. What I'll do is I'll just scratch a path for it. That's better than leaving it up there. Boy, it's going to be a lot of stuff moving today in this warm. Oh, what do you guys think? That's better, eh? The OSB still solid. All those comments over the years, oh, your place is rotten, you'll never get siding off it. God, some people are miserable. But yeah, it's good. Oh, I'm sure they would have been happy if my stapler was going through the wall. That's what makes people like that happy. I got the house wrap right around the whole building up to my bedroom window. All stapled and taped off on the hallway window anyway, not my bedroom one. I was starting to get pretty chilly. The wind's up a tad and it's starting to cool off. Well, I was just cleaning up and I remembered I brought these. Remember I said I wanted a couple old toothbrushes? Well, I brought one of mine. I had two sitting there, so I brought the soft one, and the wife got a new one, so there's the hard one. Well, it's what time to get the trap off. Yeah. I never showed these Martin to you. I forgot they were in the other sleigh. So last trip I took them out and I put them in a bag, and then when I left I put them in the back room, and obviously hung them up here today. Well, the generator's still running good. So I'm just going to go to bed now. Let's see if I can see the northern lights. Nothing. As you can see by the trees, it's a slight breeze, and let's hope it stays that way. We're calling, I believe, I think 30, gusting to 50 today. But I'm going to check my phone right away. Actually, I'll ask the wife. But my tea water's ready. It's time to have some tea. You can see by the door how big the gap is without the gasket around it. And I will be putting that in at the beginning of next season. In time I order and get it, I didn't think it would be here. The way everything's going with the COVID-19, I figured I'll do it next season. Not that big a deal because it actually closes down really well once I put the damper on.
This is World Report. Good morning from CBC News. I'm Marcia Young.
It's happy to be home, yeah. So I've just been trying to get back the whole time.
I was actually really worried. I just wanted to come home as soon as possible.
Late last night in Montreal, a plane full of Canadians from Morocco touched down. The aircraft had been chartered by the federal government. All commercial flights out of the country were suspended, but there are hundreds more Canadians around the world still trying to get home.
Look at that chunk of smoky was under there. I was just thinking that, you know what, the cabin needs a good sweep, and I'm not going out until that's done. I gotta tidy up. It'll drive me crazy coming in here. I got some stuff to wipe down tonight. Some Martin to do up tonight. I got the traps to take off the Martin right away. Always something to do, right? Always.
Well, I think that looks pretty good. There's the first piece on, guys. Yeah, that's gonna look pretty sharp. So I think with my soffits there, I'm gonna have to straighten those ones out. I don't like the way that looks. And I can get moisture in there, so I got a bunch of 2x4s and plywood, so I think I'll fix that up. I'll show you that later. So I got lucky with the house wrap, and some people had some in town, thank goodness. Otherwise we wouldn't be doing this right now. I'd have to be trying to get some house wrap here. And of course with everyone in isolation, not too many people working, so it'll be hard to get anything here. I think I'll be okay out here. Don't think I'll catch anything here. Warming up the hands again. I got 4 rows of siding on now. Oh man, it's gonna look good. I walk out there and it's just like, wow, you're so used to that, you know, the gray side or the gray OSB, all the weathered OSB, it's just such a different look. A little system moved in. I don't know how long this is going to last, but it was perfect timing because I was thinking of something to eat. I had to take everything off the shelf. Came in here and there was a couple things on the stove, and same in the bathroom because you're pounding on the wall. Well, a little system moving through, and it looks like it might be passing now. Seems like it's brightening up out there. Pancakes are awesome. Bologna's good. Can't go wrong with that, eh guys? Oh, what do you think? I think it looks good. All I have is the top piece. Yeah, I did the J molding so properly. And I stopped there. I was like, that's enough for today. It's like 5:30 and I've had enough. Well, I did one boo-boo there. And I just left it. Just a trapper's cabin, and it could stay like that. I got 2 seams that are close by because I had a damaged piece. I cut it and I thought, you know what, it's not going to be close. And I did a bit of look, and of course the seams are really close to each other, but no matter. As you can see, the seam is facing this way, so when we get some heavy winds, it just scoots past there and doesn't grab any of the siding. And if I get a south wind, it's very seldom and it's never heavy. Well, the wind calmed down a little bit, stopped snowing. See some blue sky now. So we'll see what it's like tomorrow. InReach is not going through, so I'm trying to find the weather tomorrow. See what's supposed to happen. I'll got one done. I'll board them later on. I'll freeze them tonight. So I'm going to make supper still, and I got stuff to do. So these are left for end of the season, a few of them. I got on the porch there, so we'll have to just one trip come here and knock them all off. Well, made myself Kraft dinner and Italian sausage. Good enough. It's actually pretty good. Just watching Shawshank Redemption. 9:13, going to bed like in the hour anyway. That's good. As you can see, it's a decent morning out there. Just waiting for my hash browns to soak up the water. Sausages are ready.
Pancake dough is ready. But I gotta make my hash browns first. Well, I didn't think there'd be this much hash browns in that little container. Holy smokes. Just trying to flatten it all out and make sure it's cooking. And there we go. Wow. That is a pile of hash browns. It'll be awesome. As you can see, it's a beautiful morning out there, like I said. And I'm glad I waited because the cloud is moving on and I didn't realize it. It's clearing up. Awesome. Yeah, that wind came up. That's okay. Alright, come on, get out of there. Gas I burned. Oh, not much at all. Not compared to that, the wood stove and the drag and that. Holy smokes, I burned like a hot thing. Barely burnt anything this time. Okay, I fueled up. My mitts are a little bit oily. I want to get that off there. And I'll put them in here. I'm just going to start using them for the chainsaw all the time now. Good mitts. And like I said, you don't slip and cut yourself in the blade. Okay. There goes the last of my blue sky in front of me. It's all cloud behind me. A little bit windy. It's northwest there. And nothing but cloud. So, not bad though. Still a nice day. Not cold. The wind's a little chilly, but I can handle that. I got a couple more pieces here, and that's it. Good enough. There we go. I got a little pile over there I can toss in. Just kind of walking around and getting all the stuff I dropped before. So I have to grab the chainsaw, of course. But there is tons of wood in here. Man, this goes for miles like this. And I've only started cutting it. I haven't even made a dent yet. That's good. But hopefully we come in here in the next few weeks and just cut for the day. And I think what I'll do is I'll make big piles, and then when I come back next season,
there'll be hardly any snow, and I can make a nice trail in here and get to all these trees. So I'll just keep piling it up, and that'll make for a good day. And I should be able to cut enough up for next season, and if I cut for 2 days. Okay, let's get out of here. The wind died down. You can still see a little bit of clear sky on the horizon. That's like south. And if I turn around where we're heading, it's not that bad. The wind died down a little bit, and it's still a little bit bright out, so I can handle that. And we'll see what we get up to when we get back to the cabin. So it always seems a little nicer here because there's a big ridge over there stopping the wind, and that's why it's not as much snow in here either. So it stops a lot of that snow over there. Okay, let's get out of here. Well, that was a nice little ride. That freaking traffic sled definitely holds more wood than the boggin, because I can feel it. I can't usually feel the boggin when it's full. That one I could feel. So that's good. That's good to know. I can just rip it apart and go get some wood with it. Not a problem. Because if I'm ever at the tent frame or at the far end and I don't have my boggin with me, well, I can do this. Well, look at that, you guys. Clearing up again. Wind's up a little bit, but not bad. I guess we left at the worst time to go get wood. Blowing snow, and that cloud just came when we were starting to get ready. Figures. That's okay though. I just thought I'd come out here and see if there was blue sky all the way, and there is, so that's pretty awesome. Oh, there's a pile of wood right here. That comes down. It'll probably hit where that wood is. Well, that can come down anytime. Right on, now we can get this out of here. Right on. I'm going to bring some wood in now for the wood box, so I get rid of all this. I got a couple things to do here, but nothing crazy, that's for sure. Well, I got my trapping sleigh back together. I found this Martin box that needs repair. I think this is the one that a box popped open on the trail. Oh, nice to have my Gerber. Can't believe I found my Gerber. Had this thing a long time.
Right on. I've cut my quarter down to 95 1/4. Got some grosbeaks here. Beautiful bird. I finally found the seed I threw in there for them. Oh, it's chilly out here tonight. Oh, just cleaning up and getting organized. Might as well get everything together. Looks like it's going to be pretty cool tomorrow, so there's no siding, so I might as well blast and get to town and maybe even work the afternoon. I think I'll leave early in the morning, probably around 9 o'clock. And if I don't work, I'll get ready for next trip. Most likely ready for next trip. Just go pick up a few things that I need. Well, I just got all my garbage into that bag. I don't think I'll take that with me. Not going to be enough to take with me. I'll save that for, oh, I'll leave this open for a bit. I'll save that for next trip, because I'll be cutting some off here too. Normally I'll leave it down to the skirting and then do something with the skirting, but I have to remove the skirting and put some drip edge on there. Probably make my own. I'll have to show you that later on. I see blue skies coming, guys. That's awesome. That is real awesome. Well, let's get some breakfast in us, start that machine. And I think that's enough wood in the stove. It's already jumped, let's see. Already jumped about 7 degrees in here. I haven't even had a half a cup of tea yet, and you can feel the warmth in here. Man, that stove's awesome. I knew it would be. Before I forget, I want to see how much tea I have. Oh, only 2. I'll have to bring some tea with me. I better double check in case I brought some in a bag or something. I've got some Tetley, but it's decaffeinated, but it's still a tea that I have to not make too strong because of my allergy to caffeine. So even some of the decaf I can feel it, so I have to be careful. There you go. Nice pelt. That is Travis's. As you can see, we made it to Dad's old cabin. It's even worse now. Something's collapsed. I could feel it on my feet, and I could feel it in the rafters here. So, because I think it floods here once in a while in South Knife. But the table's not as big as I thought, so we're not going to grab that. I thought it was bigger than that. That's a bit too small for the cabin. So I'm getting pretty hot now after all this walking and getting in here.
and I want to get out of here and cool off on the ride. Don't be sweating too much. Okay, let's go hook up and get home.